teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that one into the end zone for an opening touchback. First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Eight yards to go on second down. Burrow looking to pass. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's complete to John Ross. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 10.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Mixon on the toss right. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 7-yard line. 36 yards on the play. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. They'll give it to Mixon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second and goal from inside the 5. A handoff to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Grade 15. Grade 15. 36. 36.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Miles Sanders.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second and 8 coming up. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Throwing on first is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here's 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. But now it's 3rd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Mike 55, Mike 55. Danny.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
At the 28-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. First carry for Corey Clement. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Clement. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow will throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I'll tell you, as a defender, you've got to make life as difficult as possible when you're trying to cover a big tight end, because you know his catch radius is huge. He's unable to pull that one in, though.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
You ain't talking big. Get out my way now, bitch.
Hey! Rip right. 81. 50 Cent. Mike, 50 Cent.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic. But usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample.
Burrow's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Eagles 14, Bengals 7.
They have the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They're passing here, Joe Burrow, and that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken on the 25. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Wentz going to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run on first down. Sanders. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They go back to the ground, this time Clement. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Working from the gun, Wentz. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Third and 2, now Burrow. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Eagles. So not a good start for this rookie quarterback, already trailing in his first half, and that's going to make things worse.
Well, back in my day, this was not unexpected out of rookie quarterbacks. That's why a lot of coaches didn't want to play them. But coming out of college now, they throw it all the time. This is a little bit unexpected, the way that he's playing here.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now, Bengals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Second and 8 coming from the 19. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 33 and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
57.
On second down, it's Sanders, and he stopped immediately there.
Sanders.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Mark 55. Mark 55. 6 down, marathon 4.
Throwing is Wentz. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So that one will be accepted. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Check right 21, right 21, check right 21. You got nothing. You got nothing. Check 3. Tighten up.
Now Burrow on first down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Burrow down around his goal line to mix it on the check down. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
7 yards.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. First down, here's Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 57. Mike, 57.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 5-9, 52. We ain't giving him nothing to get.
Wentz now to throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the counter now, it's Sanders. Sanders has the first down and much more. And down to the 29-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
The 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's good.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
On the sneak, gets hurt. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24.
Good. Makes the score Eagles 31. Bengals 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. That catch good for only a couple.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Burrow. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw it deep.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 4.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Brought down.
Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7, operating from the 34. Again, it's Mixon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Now he'll escape to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete.
Thrown away.
Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
To the 48-yard line. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A gain of 8, 1st down Cincinnati.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
He's definitely one of the best defensive tackles in the game. He's been a Pro Bowler the last 5 years running. When you run against Fletcher Cox, good luck.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Turnover on downs.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that 4th down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the 4th quarter. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From midfield, here's Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. 20. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it. it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Second and short now following the fumble.
57 to Mike.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be getting a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Wentz to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just one pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, you know, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On second down, Clement. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1 and 2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system. It leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Eagles, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.